Hey there! Today, let's dive into a classic flick from 1979 that has some familiar faces from classic Hollywood. Before we get into it, buckle up because we've got some funny, shocking, and sad facts lined up. So stick around. In this movie, you'll spot some well-known actors. Who stood out to you? Think about your favorite actor from the film. As for memories, perhaps you've got one tied to this classic. Share it with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. This isn't just any ordinary movie. It's got its own charm and quirks that keep you hooked from start to finish. From unexpected twists to heartwarming moments, there's a lot to take in. So grab your popcorn and get comfy because the film is about to take you on a roller coaster ride of emotions. And don't forget to share your own memories with us. In 1979, a movie captivated audiences with its gripping story and memorable characters. Directed by Arthur Hiller, it centered around a Native American community grappling with a mysterious epidemic. One key character emerged, embodying resilience and determination in the face of crisis. This character became a symbol of courage and resourcefulness. The movie's exploration of environmental issues and cultural clashes remains relevant today, resonating with modern viewers. While not flawless, its portrayal of Native American cultures sparked important discussions about representation in film. Moreover, the movie's impact on the horror genre cannot be overlooked. It introduced unique elements, blending traditional horror tropes with social commentary, influencing subsequent works in the genre. The movie's themes of humanity's relationship with nature and the consequences of exploitation serve as a cautionary tale, especially as environmental concerns escalate. In conclusion, the movie's narrative depth, memorable characters, and contribution to the horror genre ensure its continued significance in cinema. The collaboration between producer Martin Ransohoff and director Arthur Hiller on Nightwing marked their fourth and final venture together. Previous projects included Silver Streak, The Wheeler Dealers, and the Americanization of Emily. Nightwing, often compared to Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, was directed by Arthur Hiller, who shared the same initials AH as Hitchcock. Canadian actor Nick Mancuso made his Hollywood debut in Nightwing, portraying the character Youngman Duran. The 1979 movie, based on a novel by Martin Cruz Smith, marked the first adaptation of his work to the big screen. Dan Wallen, the music scoring mixer, contributed to this film as well as its successor, Corky Park, in 1983. In the movie, the indigenous tribe depicted is the Meskwaki. Real bat footage was filmed at Bracken Cave Preserve, home to over 20 million Mexican free-tailed bats, also known as Tatterdra brasiliensis. This preserve, located near San Antonio in Texas, USA, is the largest bat colony globally situated in Como County. In 1979, a film aimed to capture the essence of nocturnal creatures, including bats, using footage shot by National Geographic filmmaker David Saxon. This authentic portrayal, captured near San Antonio, Texas, lent a sense of realism to the movie. Columbia Pictures, recognizing the importance of believable bats, invested heavily in special effects. However, the creatures created by Carlo Rambaldi failed to meet expectations, leaving the film falling short of success. Actor David Warner, known for his role as Phillip Payne, also portrayed an academic in a later vampire-themed film, adding an interesting parallel to his career. In the late 1970s, Nightwing emerged as a cinematic adaptation of Martin Cruz Smith's novel, leveraging the success of Jaws to become a bestseller. This eco-horror film, released alongside Prophecy, shares thematic elements, including ecological concerns, with actor George Clutesi and casting director Lynn Stalmaster contributing to both productions. Drawing parallels to predecessors like The Birds and Frogs, Nightwing adds to the cycle of nature on the offensive films, alongside Day of the Animals. Nightwing resonates within the eco-horror genre, offering a chilling portrayal of nature's retaliation against humanity's encroachment. The film Nightwing, released in 1979, marked the first and only screenwriting credit for the novelist Martin Cruz Smith, who penned the source novel of the same name. Interestingly, despite his contribution to the screenplay, Smith wasn't credited as a screenwriter for his other adapted work, Corky Park, released in 1983. Nightwing hit the screens about 2 years after Smith's novel was published in 1977. Notably, it was part of a wave of films influenced by the success of Jaws in 1975, capitalizing on the theme of animals gone wild. Such movies gained popularity during the late 1970s and early 1980s. According to Wikipedia, Nightwing was just one of many imitators of Jaws during that era. In the Texan filming location of Bracken Cave near San Antonio, real footage of bats was shot for the movie. This footage was previously used by documentary filmmaker David Saxon for his National Geographic television special on bats titled Strange Creatures of the Night. The earlier program was narrated by Leslie Nielsen, who later starred in Mel Brooks' vampire spoof Dracula Dead and Loving It. David Warner, who was filming The 39 Steps in England, received the script for Nightwing and accepted the role as it wasn't a villainous part and provided a chance to go to Hollywood. The indigenous Native American organization in the movie was named the Pahana Tribal Council. This horror movie was shot in 4 American states: Texas, Nevada, New Mexico, and California. Special thanks were given to the office and staff of the Governor of New Mexico, the State of Nevada Department of Conservation and Natural Resources Division of State Parks, and Dr. Clay Mitchell, Technical Advisor. Released in the same year as a then major new version of Dracula starring Frank Langella as the Count, it was one of several vampire-themed films from 1979, including Nosferatu the Vampire, Love at First Bite, Nocturna, Dracula Blows His Cool Thirst, and Salem's Lot. In Nightwing, released in 1979, actor Strother Martin, known for his role as Walker Chee, and director Arthur Hiller had previously collaborated twice in television. This collaboration occurred in the late 1950s and early 1960s on episodes of Gunsmoke and Ben Casey, respectively. The film is adapted from the 1977 novel of the same name by Martin Cruz Smith, which was his 5th novel and a commercial success. It marked Hiller's first venture into the horror genre, a departure from his previous work. Nightwing stands as the sole horror film in Hiller's directorial career. In the film's climax, the vampire bat cavern, standing 60 feet tall, dominated the Stage 16 soundstage at the Burbank Studios in Hollywood, California. Actor Stephen Macht, known for portraying Walker Chee, had his name spelled correctly in the opening credits, but incorrectly in the closing credits. Both the movie's star, Nick Mancuso, and its director, Arthur Hiller, hailed from Canada. Set in and filmed on an indigenous American Native Indian reservation, the movie incorporates elements from Arthur Hiller's earlier work, The Hospital. The film introduces the species name for vampire bats as Desmodus rotundus, but the actual bats featured were Mexican free-tail bats. Despite its anticipation, the movie faced both critical and commercial disappointment upon its 1979 release. In 1979, Nightwing earned the dubious honor of winning Worst Picture at the Hastings Bad Cinema Society's Second Stinkers Bad Movie Awards. Despite this, it marked the debut theatrical feature film of actress Kathryn Harrold, who portrayed Ann Dillon. The film, though critically panned, provided Harrold with a platform to showcase her acting prowess, ultimately leading to further opportunities in the industry. Although Nightwing's reception was less than stellar, it inadvertently served as a stepping stone for the talented actress, launching her career onto the big screen. Its legacy, albeit notorious, inadvertently contributed to the growth of one artist's journey in the realm of cinema.